Welcome back, everyone. Hi, I'm Rajni Bharara, and you're watching Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. Yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us today on Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. Before I move ahead, let me quickly read out this very important disclaimer. By watching our videos, you agree and understand that the information provided by our experts and attorneys, including comments and replies from users, is not legal advice. Use of information is at your own risk. All right, now without any further ado, let me quickly again welcome you all back. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. I'm your host, Rajni Bharara, and today we have again a very special episode lined up for you. Today we are going to delve into a very intriguing topic that blends cosmic foresight with political intrigue. Astrology prediction, US future after the 2024 election, Biden or Trump. Yes, joining us to discuss this very insightful topic is Dr. Deepika Gupta, an esteemed astrologer and Vastu expert. She'll be unveiling her astrological forecast on how the outcome of the 24 US presidential election could shape America's path ahead under Biden or Trump. We'll explore how celestial alignments might influence immigration policies, economic trends, and the overall national landscape. So now, without any further ado, let me quickly welcome Dr. Deepika on our show. So, Dr. Deepika, once again, welcome back. It's
Thank
always
you,
a
Rajni.
pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you. And same here. It's always pleasure to be on this show. And then you are a great host, no doubt in that.
Thank you so much for your kind words. And now that you have, said such kind and special words, so let me just tell our viewers that, guys, we are live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and also on Facebook. And the handle is Immigration Talk Show. So don't forget to subscribe to us. And if you have any question related to this topic from Dr. Deepika, you're more than welcome to post them in the comments below. So keep asking your questions about who is going to win. Is it going to be Biden or Trump? And who's going to make America great again? How, like how Trump says it, make
Yeah,
America great again.
great
Right, right,
again.
Deepika
Yes.
ji?
Yes. This is the slogan of Trump that let's make America great again. Yes.
Right, right.
And save America also when last
Uh,
time he had a lot of
uh,
issues with the voting thing. There was a voting fraud. It is said in the media also. So at that time also he ran the campaign that save America.
okay. So do you think, is there a possibility that it might happen again this time?
Mm. See, again, we have seen that there have been attack on him, and first of all, see, I would like to start that when the year starts, as per the Vedic astrology, which is like the Vikram Samvat. If you might have heard the priest also saying that, okay, this thing is happening in the Vikram Samvat of this is this. So Vikram Samvat is very different from what you see as the in the calendar. Like right now, it is going in the world we say okay 2024 is running, but
Right.
in the Vikram Samvat it is 2081. So it is like ahead of the times. It is as per the Vedic astrology what the year is, and as per the year we decide the Samvat, that what is the name of the year, what is the who will be the, yeah, so who will be the king of the year, who will be the financial advisor of the year, and how the things are going to happen. So see, I usually do all these predictions in every show near about February and March before the starting of the year, because then it makes more sense
Yeah,
that
of course.
you predicting in in advance that what is going to happen throughout the year.
Right.
So first of all, before knowing what the prediction is for the US president thing, but this year the king is Mars, right? And Mars is commander in chief. Mars is significator of wars, terrorism, aggression, fire. It's a fiery planet. So whenever Mars become the king, then that year is not very good for the whole world, because this Vikram Samvat, the Vedic astrology does not talk about only India. Okay, it's going to happen only in India. They say throughout the world, what the world is holding. Yeah. And then the I would say in Sanskrit we say that this advisor to the king, This
Mhm.
year is Saturn, which is Shani Dev.
Yeah, I have heard that quite a lot from a lot of astrologers actually. So,
Yes,
a lot of when I scroll like social media shorts, like whether
yes,
it's YouTube. So sometimes, these kind of reels and shorts do come on our
yes,
profiles, right? So
yes,
I've heard a lot of because there were elections happening in India as well, and then there was
yes,
in France, and recently UK's election, that also happened, and the Labour Party formed their government over
yes,
in UK,
yes,
right, and
yeah,
left coalition one in France, and then a coalition NDA coalition one in India, and
India,
then now it's the time for the US, right?
the
So now
US.
I mean, I think especially for US, the whole world's eyes are actually in the US elections, right? Because of
Yes,
course,
yes,
it is going to make impact in every country, right?
yes, yes.
Because whether I mean whoever is going to win, whether it's going to be Biden or Trump. So let's see who that is going to be. I mean, you will be a better person to let us know about that. So, Deepika, you said you start the year with your prediction about how the year is going to be, right? And you said that this year
Yes.
it has the
Yeah.
Saturn. What did you say? That Saturn? What's that word?
See, Saturn and Mars. Mars is the king. Mars is the king, and Saturn is advisor to the king, right? So, Saturn and Mars are inimical planets to each other. First thing, the Saturn and Mars both are very strong planets, and that's why I predicted in like somewhere in from January to February in these 2 months on the TV channels here and the radio channels over here that this year it's going to be heat waves everywhere, and then also the rain will be less. And because they both are inimical and they both are the planets of war, terrorism, everything. So
Yeah, yeah.
this coming year, like because the Vikram Saman starts from the Navratri we get in the April month, the Chaitra Navratri. So from the April to April, the predictions are done from April of one year to the April of next year, from like depending on the date when the Navratri is starting.
Hmm.
So this coming one year till April, there will be lot of up and down in the world, lot of, and we are seeing that thing, right?
Yeah, we are seeing
So
that.
yeah. So what first of all, what predictions I did it was that first of all that there will be terrorism activated in this year. There will be less rain because of fiery planets are activated. Then again, there will be some good research in the medical field this year. Then the Ayurveda will gain the importance this year.
Wow.
Then medicines will be required because
Okay.
this year, as the planets are moving, lot of medicines will be required. So we can see that there has been a lot of infections going on, and allergies, infections, but still on a bigger level also we might be needing the more of the medicine things, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
medical aid, medical thing will be like of some importance this year. And then there will be some good research also. Then the some
Then
month
that,
which is coming, yeah.
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So the some month which is activated this year is Pingal. Then again, Pingal is said in Sanskrit Pashu Dhan ki Hani. So it means that the Pashu. See, earlier when the astrology was written, it was said that only the source of food is either earth or the animals, right? You get the milk from the animals, eggs and all. So it is said in Sanskrit again, Doodh Ann ki kami hona. It means that there will be, yes, less of the fertility this year. Then again the rain will be less. Then there will be some kind of war this year, which we are seeing that Russia Ukraine,
Yeah.
there has been some or the other happenings going on over there,
Yeah.
right? And then Varsh Pravesh Lagan, like when the exactly the Navratri starting at that point, it was Dhanu Lagan, the Sagittarius, which is very, very good. So, though it's going to be tough for India, so I predicted that, though the Modi ji and the government is going to win, but it's not going to be an easy win. It's going to be a very, very tough win for
Yeah.
them, and
Yeah.
which happened, right? And then for America also, Jupiter, because the Sagittarius owner is Jupiter. So for America also, I have sent the horoscope if you can show it. Like for America also, see, fifth and eighth lord is Jupiter, So
Okay.
again, which is going to be good for America this year, right? And then Varshvahan, it's the Nauka. It said Nauka. So this is Nauka is again the significator of terrorism. So that's going to be accidents and terrorism. These two things are going to be more. Yeah. So you can see here. See, the fifth and the eighth lot is again Jupiter. So this year is going to be doing for America. And then Pravesh Nakshatra, the constellation is Mula. That is again that belongs to Ketu, which again shows that there will be less production and there will be more of the accidents. Um, then if we see as per the numerology also, then 2024 it's like the total is 8, which is again Saturn. So Saturn says delays, losses, a lot of opposition, disgrace and accidents, right? So till 31st December, like last year 2023, Jupiter was out of retrogression, which is good. But again, this year says that countries are going to change their policies. It's going to be a challenging year, and which we are seeing that a lot of changes in the government happening because everywhere elections are happening, and then somewhere we also seeing that something unexpected is happening, right?
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like if I talk about India, we never thought that the government is going to lose in Ayodhya,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Which is something very very
Very. Yeah. Of course.
right? So and then everywhere the government and the administration is going to face the problems. So this is going to happen till April 2025. And see
So
when the post,
okay, okay, okay. Before you move ahead, I would like to ask one question over here. So you said
yeah,
there are a lot. Mostly every country is going to face these issues with forming the government. We
yes,
saw that in India, we saw in France, and we also saw in. I mean, of course, I mean UK. Mostly everybody predicted that the Labour Party is going to win, but then
hmm.
France nobody expected, and India's situation also nobody expected because mostly, and even the I saw a lot of videos where astrologers were predicting that they are
Hmm.
in India BJP is going to form the government, and and they will have the majority, but that didn't happen, right?
No,
And
no ways, because Modi ji's horoscope and the Yogi ji's horoscope says that they will win, but the winning is not going to be easy.
it's going to be
See,
tough.
in 2018, when India was going through the elections, at that time I predicted here on the TV channels and the radio shows that, and even in the newspaper interviews, that Modi ji is going to close his window somewhere between 340 to 350, and it's going to be a big win. And he closed his window at 349. And this year I predicted that it's not going to be an easy win. It's he will win, but the win will not be that easy. Like he has to really work hard. And then
Right.
this year, the astrology this year says that in each and every government, you will have something which is very much unexpected. Like as I'm saying that Ayodhya was totally
It
an
was
unexpected.
totally unexpected, right? Right.
And then in India also, Priyanka Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi can never become the prime minister. Never. They don't
Wow.
have a single yoga. And this I have predicted here in US in 2018 only on the TV shows, that they can never become the prime minister of India. Never. Because their horoscope does not hold a single yoga of becoming the prime minister. They will never become at any cost. First thing. And the second thing, see, again, whatever the horoscopes we get from the internet, we work on those horoscopes.
But
So the
that's a very big announcement that you're making because it is. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be he's going to be the leader of opposition for India. He's going to be the leader of opposition for a very long time, right?
hmm,
And
yeah,
he will, of course, he's trying even now, and he will be trying, of course, in the future also. But
yeah.
that's a very big announcement that he is never ever going to become the prime
No,
minister.
he can never become the. If I see, if through the date of birth also we can make it out that okay, he is born in a political family and blah blah blah. So we can adjust the time as per that.
Yeah, yeah,
So the date of birth and the time of birth, as per me, he will never become. He can never become. The person who has the yoga of becoming the prime minister after Modi ji is Yogi ji.
okay.
Yeah, after him, he's going to become the Prime Minister of India.
And that's 100% that with that you are announcing with 100% of surety. I mean,
We can do a show on this. Like I have their horoscopes. So
okay,
today I'm more like, yes, right. I can pull up their horoscopes. I have their horoscopes. So based on that, I can do this prediction. Yeah, they, because see, there has to be the certain yogas in the
right.
horoscope that yes, this person is going to be. So last election, I said over here that I am not seeing Trump winning the election because at that time he was really going through a very, very
Very
tough
bad.
time.
Mhm.
So I'm not seeing now his time is changing from November 2024. So after that, I'm seeing him doing something really big and great. So yeah, so more chances of him winning the election now.
Wow. Okay. So more chances of Trump becoming the president then.
Yes, more chances of Trump. See what has happened.
So if you can give a like if you can give like a percentage out of 100, like how
See, if
much
I
percentage
keep the
chance you think that?
horoscopes of both of them side by side, so see, first of all, let's talk about the President Biden, right? Now, see, first of all, he's right now the 46th president belonging to the Democratic Party, but at the same time, just let me tell few things so that everybody will be more clear also that,
Sure.
if somebody even knows astrology, like. Just give me a second. Let me open and pull up their chart. In the meantime, you can show their charts on the screen which I have sent.
Sure.
Because see, President Biden, he is Scorpio Lagna, right? And the Lagna falls into Anuradha Nakshatra. So see, Anuradha Nakshatra is something like, your past birth karmic theories. And that's why, see, he lost his wife, daughter, and the sons got injured in the car accident when he was just 29, right? So he lost his wife and daughter also in the car accident. So that, and while he was taking, like, he was the youngest American elected to U.S. Senate, but at the same time, when he was taking his oath, he was with his sons in the hospital only, right? So, uh, just give me a second. Okay. So, like now, if I talk about President Biden, see, he is running through Saturn Dasha, and then his Saturn is also placed in the seventh house. Now, I don't see him like, getting into something better, till March 2024. His time period is really tough, right? But after
March 2024.
sorry, March
Okay.
2025, I'm sorry, yeah, till March 2025 his time period is really tough, and after that it's really going good, but at the same time he's entering into his sadasati also. From March onwards his full-fledged sadasati is going to start, and he is running through Saturn Mahadasha also, because see, his Saturn will come into the Pisces sign and then again becoming in the trine with the Jupiter and with Venus and Sun. But at the same time, the Sadasati will also start, right?
Okay.
So his
Mm-hmm.
Sadasati will start, and then let me tell his Pratyantar also. Just okay, so from September 13, the Mars will come into the Pratyantar, and after November 16, the Rahu is coming into the Pratyantar. So again, there will be very, very less chances of him, like for the election purpose. If I talk, then there is very, very less chances, because again, I see a lot of health issues going with him, and then it will not be a very wise choice for the Americans to go with him, because see, I don't think so he will be able to fulfill his duties as a president because of his health issues, and also because the way his Sarasati running, I think he should not take stress at that time period, otherwise it's going to give him mm, challenges as per his health. So like both the ways, like he should also more towards the retirement and should focus on his health rather than the though he has served very nicely to the United States, but I think now it's the time that he should definitely take the retirement.
Okay, okay. Then who should come instead of him
See,
then?
if I talk about Trump, so first of all, see, he running through Jupiter Ketu Dasha, and if you can show his chart on the screen,
Sure.
right? Yeah. So see, he
This is
running through.
Donald Trump's chart. Uh-huh.
Yes, this is Donald Trump's chart. So see, we also work on the charts which is there in the on the internet, their date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, which is given on the internet. So see, he also first of all running through Jupiter Ketu Dasha, which is a very good dasha for him. And again, see, his Saturn is in the 12th house, and because the moon is debiliated in the fourth house, so moon is actually first of all the fourth house, and the moon, they are two significators of the public. So because moon is debiliated over there, so people didn't like him because of his speech thing, like he
Right.
sometimes, yeah. So but otherwise, if you see, the Saturn is also in the trine with Ketu and moon, which is a very very good sign for him regarding the public. And then also as he's going through the Jupiter and Ketu, see, Jupiter Ketu now transiting upon Sun and Rahu. So that's the thing why he got, as soon as the Jupiter entered over there, that's why he got this attack. So if he would not have moved his head an inch here and there, he would
Yeah.
have assassinated, right? So because whenever Sun, Rahu, and Saturn are connected to each other, then something big happens. It can be some kind of attack, it can be something the person do, because of which the public suffers. So,
Wow.
in his chart, the way the planets are sitting, it is more like that he will be getting something from the public. So, that is why he got a shot over here on the right ear,
Okay.
right? But now, as the time is moving for him, again, it's a very, very good time for him. And from August, September onwards, he is gaining lot of strength. The planets are gaining lot and lot of strength. So, the chances of Trump winning the election is much higher than the Biden.
Okay, but then let's say, like, because there were now people are also saying, and now there's been a speculation, and now I think Joe Biden has himself given a hint that Kamala Harris will be replacing him, right?
Mhm. Yeah. But at
So
the
what if
same
what if
time,
it's between Donald Trump and, let's say, maybe Kamala or maybe someone else from the Democrat Party? Then who
see,
has more chances?
yes, so for that we need to see that person chart also. If we talk about Kamala Harris, then see, in last 3 4 years nobody has even seen her, not even in any political thing, or like I don't know where she has taken the interest in the policies of like United States of America. Nobody has seen her in last 4 years. Did you have seen her in any of the news?
No.
So would it be wise to give, one of the biggest democratic country of the world, the country which is known as the Big Daddy in the world? So and see, obviously, United States election has impact throughout the world, right? So I don't think so that that would be a wise choice to be taken. They should select someone else, as if they are thinking, if President Biden is thinking to retire, then definitely they should take someone else. But right now, if I see about the Donald Trump's chart, so it's really going good. But at the same time, because his Jupiter is transiting over the Sun and Rahu in the 10th house in Venus sign, and Venus is again in the 12th house. So, and aspected by the debiliated moon. So, this yoga is again saying that there is going to be a big cheating with him, some unpleasant surprises you have to face at that time.
Wow.
Whenever these kind of things happen, then something unpleasant has to be faced. So I think that as the the party has claimed in the last election also that there has been some kind of cheating, and that's why, see, there was a rally also in Washington DC that save America, because it was a vote fraud. So I think something like this is again going to happen with the party. Some
Okay.
unpleasant surprises will be there, which yoga is activated right now. That's why, see,
So is it going to, I mean, will it impact his winning or losing the election?
yes, it's going to, because see, the Jupiter is getting involved with the Rahu. So whenever Jupiter gets involved with Rahu, and then right now also the Rahu is transiting in his eighth house. So this is a major cause that there was an attempt to assassination. But at the same time, because he is not running through any Sadesati, he is not running through Saturn Dasha, and also the planets are not moving in a way that, and there is a longevity in the chart, right? So that's why he got saved. If there was a dasha of the Marak planets, or the Markesh was activated, then this would have been like something to, yeah, regret.
Okay, so based on your prediction about Biden, so we are able to see that on news also, right? In news
Yeah,
also that because he's saying something which he shouldn't be saying,
yeah, yeah,
in his speeches and all those things, and I mean the audiences can also see the people can also see that he is not maybe properly fit and
hmm,
fine. He should be
yeah,
more taking care of himself, and
yes,
someone else should be running instead of him, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
okay, thank you so much for the predictions, Dr. Deepika, but still I would like to know from you, okay, on percentage wise, how much percentage chances does the Republican Party have of winning, and similarly of the Democrat also?
See, because okay, so let's pick the chart of America, like what the America's horoscope says. So if we go to America's horoscope, see, first of all, right now the Saturn is going to come in the eighth house, right? So Saturn is going to aspect Saturn, and then it will be in the trine with the Rahu. So this is not going to be a very good time period for America. It's not going to be. And see, then also the America has been supporting Ukraine war, and there also, if I see the horoscope of president of Ukraine, so he was actually a comedian, right, who became the president, and he was a very successful comedian, and the people love him so much over there in Ukraine that he's like the hero of the public of Ukraine. So there also, I don't see very good yogas with him. I see that after this year, he might be losing his presidency, and it's not going to be that good for him. Also, he's
Wow.
going to face a very tough time period. 25-26 is going to be very tough for him over there in Ukraine. And then America has been supporting Ukraine. So if I see America's horoscope, it's going to bring again some very unpleasant surprises. Very big unpleasant surprise for America. It can be some kind of natural calamity. It can be some kind of war or something, which America is going to repent afterwards.
Okay, okay.
So in 25 and 26, see, this is for the world. Like there can be some big war or some kind of natural calamity, and the human beings are going to suffer in this time period, 25, 26. And then it is going to be something related to water, anything which is related to water.
Okay,
Let's say if it's war, then the war can be due to water or through the water. It
okay,
can be something. If it is going to be natural calamity, then something related to water. If it's going to be a disease, then again a waterborne disease. Because the someone also says that a lot of medicine will be required. So it can be because of that also.
okay.
And then, see, first of all, we human beings have used we have literally, uh, we have been very cruel with the nature. So
Yeah.
this year, till next year, 2025, the nature is going to show its power to the human beings.
Wow.
In India,
We
also,
can
see,
see
just
that. We can see
imagine
that with the heat,
that's
wave, and now with the rain also, and a
yeah.
lot of things are basically happening all over the world. So yeah, that's a matter of concern also. Uh, but okay, so Dr. Deepika, but then okay, let's again come to the percentage. I really want to know the percentage of Republican Party winning and then the Democrat Party winning. What's the percentage chance?
Republican Party has more chances.
Has
Yeah.
more chances.
Yes, Republican Party has more chances because the way America's horoscope is moving, if
Yeah,
Republicans
let's
will
talk about
come,
America's horoscope now. Yeah.
yeah. So the way America's horoscope is moving right now, it is better to have like the if the Republicans will come, they will definitely change the game. because whether I it's said now that whether I go this way or that way, I'm getting the same result. So the coming 2 years are going to be tough for America. The America
Okay.
will take some decisions, some policies will be made which will they will regret afterwards. So
Mm,
it is important to have someone who can really control the situation.
right, right.
So during the COVID, also see, there was no inflation even during the COVID, because the Republicans managed to, let the COVID go in a very, very subtle way. So inflation actually happened after the
Mm-hmm.
COVID, and now the inflation is like so out of control. So it's better if we go for the Republican policies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be better, because in 2025-26 I see throughout the world there will be a lot of inflation. The inflation is going to be out of control in coming 2 years. So since 2020, I'm making this predictions, and I'm still repeating that please save for the rainy day, because 25-26 is not going to be that easier. So save for the rainy day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Thank you so much for answering the question, Dr. Deepika. Those are some great predictions that you have made on today's episode. Um, okay. And does eclipse also have an impact on the election outcome?
Yes, eclipse have a lot of impact, because see in the eclipse, see it first of all, hampers the position of sun and the moon. So sun and moon are the two planets which are majorly connected to the politics, because sun is considered in Vedic astrology as the king and the moon is the queen. So when sun and moon, they both become they both get afflicted at that time. Definitely, the government policies, the government, they get affected as per the planetary positions.
Okay, okay.
And
All
as
right.
per America's horoscope, because the moon is in the Kendrum Yoga, there is no planet, in the 12th and the second house of the moon. And also from the moon in the eighth house is Saturn, and the sixth house is Rahu. So it is coming into the Pap Katri Yoga and the Shatru Katri Yoga. So it is not advisable for America to make a female as the president.
Oh, wow. That's also
It's
another
going,
big
yeah.
announcement.
Yes, it's going to be tough. If a female is going to become the president, there can be some very, unpleasant happening with her. So it should not be there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and and also, Dr. Deepika, what do the stars, say about if let's say if Trump comes back to power, then
Hmm.
how are the relationships of India and US going to be in the future?
It's going to be good, because see, first of all, the Republicans, they support the Asian countries, so it's going to be good. I don't think so they are going to create any problem. But first of all, the thing is that because Trump chart shows some unpleasant surprises, kind of a backstabbing, cheating, the chart is very much activated right now, so he should first win the election, right? Though the Republicans, the majority of the percentage for the Republicans is much much better.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's much
So
better,
now he
but
has also announced JD Vance as his
yeah.
vice president. So
Yes.
I mean, have you seen his chart?
No, JD Vance chart I have not seen. I worked on the Trump and the Biden chart and the America's chart, because
Uh-huh.
see, basically it's America's chart, right?
Right.
And if this time the people are not going to vote sincerely, or if the people are not going to vote meaningfully, and by thinking, back and forth, I think it's going to create a lot of losses for America, because
Okay.
America is going through the Sadesati only, the Saturn Sadesati. So
And
last
when does that end?
see, because if you can show the chart, because see, the Saturn is on transiting over the moon. So whenever the Saturn transits over the moon, it's kind of a Sadesati. So the Sadesati started when the Saturn came into the Capricorn. And it's going to end once it transits the Pisces sign. So it's the last phase of Sadesati. Already two phases are done. From next year, March onwards, the America will come into the third phase of Sadesati. See, America's horoscope is obviously very, very strong. The Lagan Lord is in the 11th house, the fifth Lord is in the 11th house, and the ninth Lord is also in the 11th house. So, all the trikons which are known as Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi. So they all are majorly in the 11th house. 11th house is the house of gains. That is why, since years and years, America has been very, very strong in the world politics, right? It has always been like a big daddy, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so see, because America's horoscope is very, very strong, though it's going through a bad time from last 5 years when the Sadhasati started in since 2020, and after that only
Or maybe
there
you
has.
can say since the other party won.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Right?
I mean,
So I'm saying that last
that's
five
the
years
truth,
have
right?
been
The
tough.
last
Huh?
5 years has been, the other party came to power, and since then it is also facing, that Sadhasati situation. Yeah.
Yes,
Please go
yes.
ahead. Let's not make
Yeah.
controversial and
So that's why, see, last 5 years have been tough for America because it has been lot of inflation. It has been like, see, the crime has increased. There has been lot of inflation, and then a lot of migrants have entered, and that has also led to the crime, right?
Mhm.
So earlier in the Costco, it never used to happen. Like there was, you can self checkout counters also there. So this time they have removed everything, all the counters of self checkout. So I asked him that where the department has gone. Like the you people have shifted it somewhere else. So
Mhm.
the person over there, manager, told me that no, we have totally removed it because lot of thefts are happening, which has never happened earlier. It used to be very petty things, but now a lot of thefts are happening. Similarly, one of my I was seeing a post on the social media in their area. The Walmart has put the glasses and has locked the area where this daily stuff of $2 to $3 are kept, right? So these the hair care products, the skin care products, which are merely of $2 to $3, maximum $5, they have to put a glass and a lock over there also.
Mhm.
So they
Wow.
have shared that because the crime is increasing, because a lot of migrants have entered into
Yeah.
United States. So from the last 5 years, since the America is going through the Sade Sati, it has been tough time for America, and now it's going to be the last phase of Sade Sati, which is again not going to be a very, very good. It's going to be again a very tough phase. So if a wrong government is going to come, then it's going to give a big harm to America. Big harm is going to happen because the chances of war is increasing over here. So we need a very, very strong government to face that situation. There can be some kind of unnatural activities. There can be some kind of natural calamity. So we need someone very, very strong. Like if you remember in 1999 when Atalji was in the government, so
Yeah.
he was a strong, so we were able to go through the Kargil also, right? So
Mhm.
we need someone very, very strong. If it would have been the other government, then definitely we would have given some part of the country to the another country, right?
Yeah.
But because Atalji was very strong, his through the poems, through
Yeah.
the inspirational messages and everything, and through especially through his policies, he made sure that we are on the winning side, and that you cannot enter in our country and take whatever you want to take, right?
Yeah.
So
Though he
we
seemed really soft, but he was not.
no, he was not. He was
Yeah.
not. So, he was very strong as a prime minister. So, whenever you have some problems like that, you need the government, you need your president or the prime minister to be very, very strong. So,
Wow.
American citizens really need to take a right decision because coming 2.5 years are going to be tough for America.
Wow. Okay. So now, after listening to your prediction, actually, it reminds me of this video that went viral after Trump's assassination. There was one video where a guy was actually predicting it happened. He predicted a couple of months back, and he
Hmm.
predicted for the viewers. You can, go check it out on YouTube or
Hmm.
on other platforms. The
Hmm.
guy was predicting that he saw Trump
Hmm.
getting shot
Hmm.
by a bullet, and
Hmm.
and that it will hit his ear, and
Hmm.
his ear will fell off, and
Hmm.
then but it won't harm him much, but yes, of course,
Hmm.
it is going to affect his ear, and
Hmm.
then he will become the president, and
Hmm.
then he will have some problems, because you're mentioning about those backstabbing and cheating
Hmm.
with him that
Hmm.
might happen.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
he also said that he had this vision where, he will again, then after the assassination, he will come to power and he will win the election, but then he will again face a really bad, he will go through a really bad phase, he will have a lot of problems, but then again, after some time, America will see a really, really beautiful time. So that's
Yes,
that's
America
what
is going to see a very beautiful time once the Saturn transits into the Aries sign. So after
so
November
actually, your prediction
2020,
is also matching with what he said. He said he
yeah,
got a vision like that couple of months
mhm,
back before the assassination. So the
yeah,
assassination also happened in a similar way, how you said, how he said. So yeah, please
yes.
go ahead.
See, America is going to see a very beautiful time. It's again going to become a very strong country once the Saturn pass from the Pisces sign. So after October November 2026, America is again going to become a big daddy. But till then, whosoever becomes the president, a lot of security tightening has to be done, because America's horoscope is right now indicating some kind of war, some kind of big terrorist attack, like it happened in 2001, that 9/11 happened. So
Wow.
something like that can happen over here in coming 2.5 years. So America has to be very vigilant, very strong in that part. So we really need somebody who is very strong as a prime minister president.
President.
And then also, Donald Trump's chart says that, because his Sun and Rahu is transiting, because Jupiter is transiting over Sun and Rahu, and also the Rahu is right now transiting in the eighth house, it's going to be tough for him. It's not going to be that bed of roses for him. When he will come into the power, also, it's going to be very tough for him. Very
It is
tough.
sounding like, Prime Minister Modi's chart.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him, and then coming 2 years are really tough for him, regarding his, like, there can be a attack one more time on him, so that has to be taken really care of. Can you hear me?
Because, a lot of terrorist attacks and all these things have been also happening in India, right? So, I mean, India, and then of course the war is going on, Russia and Ukraine, and then we already know about Israel and Palestine. So, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah.
You're saying something.
So see, I predicted this. Yes, I predicted this because Mars is the king, and Mars is actually the thing of like terrorism, army, military, police. So the army suffers, the police suffers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
are always in the pressure. So, and then this is the year of lot of heat, accidents, fire. So then blast are going to happen this year. So
Hmm.
next year we'll predict about the next year in either January or February, that what the next
Sure.
year is bringing for us. So it should
Yeah.
be always in advance, so that that makes the sense, because astrology is what it's always, it has to be in advance
What it
rather
holds
than,
for you
yeah,
and for your
yeah, what
future,
it
right?
holds for you in advance, yeah, rather than doing the operation afterwards. No ways, it has to be in advance.
Okay.
But
Thank
Trump has to
you.
be very vigilant. Trump has to be, the coming 2 years are tough for Trump. That coming 2 years are tough for America also, because America is going through the last phase of Sarasati. So it's
Okay.
going to be tough for America. Yeah, they have to take the decisions very wisely. The citizens of America has to take decision very wisely. Otherwise, the coming 2 years are going to be big blunder for them.
Okay. Thank you so much for those predictions, Dr. Deepika. We are also getting a lot of questions, though we don't have much time, but still we would like to take, like, if we can, if you allow me.
Yeah,
So can I
yeah,
can I take like few questions from the
yeah,
viewers?
yeah,
So
yeah.
Norit is here and he says, as you mentioned about Priyanka, can you also tell us how do the birth charts of Biden and Trump indicate their leadership styles, strengths, and weaknesses? Will their astrological signatures, such as Biden's Scorpio moon and Trump's Leo sun, play a role in their campaign strategies and voter appeal? Wow,
Yes,
Norit has done some
definitely.
really good research on his part, right?
Yes, he has done. And see, See again, Trump's moon is in the Scorpio as per the Vedic astrology, and Biden's moon is into the Aries as per the astrology. And as you asking that, will these things play a role in their campaigning strategies? Yes, definitely. See, whenever we have to see what the person is doing, whether doing right or wrong, always check their 10,000 Saturn. When you want to know what their thinking abilities are, check their Mercury. When you want to know what their heart lies in, just check their moon, right? So here, if I talk about the Saturn for the Trump, it makes the Vipreet Raj Yoga, which is very good. He used to be a very good businessman. His father used to be a very famous real estate developer, and then he took over, and he really became very very successful, like lot of Trump hotels and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he is very good as a businessman. He knows what he's doing, and he's strong on that part. And if I check the Saturn of President Biden, so that is also again in a good sign, but again it is retro and going towards the sixth house, towards its deviation. So that is why he faced a lot of criticism also when he became the president, right? Sometimes either he speaks or do some action, which is not up to the mark, right,
Right.
as per his designation.
Yeah.
And if I check the moon, then obviously the Trump's moon is deviated, which is not that case in the Biden's chart. So Biden's moon is afflicted with Saturn, Rahu, Mars, but not that bad. But again, if I say, as per the percentage, then they both are equal. Like someone
Okay.
will win somewhere, the other can have the marks somewhere else, but if I see the marks, then both are 50-50, right?
Oh,
Now
okay.
if I see the Mercury, then Trump's Mercury is in own house, which is very very good, and again in the 11th house. So his intellect is about, like, the way Arjun used to say that I can only see the fish eye, I don't see anything else, right? So he is focused in that way. He knows what he is doing and how he can be on the winning side, or if he becomes the president, then okay, like where the America will stand, right? What is in the good for America, right? So he has better intellectual ability. And if I see President Biden's chart, so see, the Mercury is in the 12th house with Mars, the ardent enemy, and the Saturn also becomes retro and look over there. So and the Mercury is also into the Vishakha nakshatra. So I would say that yes, here I'll give a little bit more marks to Trump rather than the
President
Democrat.
Biden.
Yeah. So yeah, so these are the three things. So Saturn, good for both, but a little bit of Trump is better, and that's why he was a big businessman also, right?
Right.
And he was into Forbes magazine also. And if I see moon, equal. If I see Mercury, then a little bit Trump's Mercury is a little bit better.
Okay. All right. So I hope Norit here now you've got the answer. Thank you so much for your question. Let me take Tapan's question also. So Tapan says, are there a specific houses in Biden and Trump's charts that suggest success or challenges in their political careers?
Yes,
I think
definitely.
we have
And
been
see,
discussing that only, right?
that only, and then dasha also matters. Now what dasha they are going through, right?
Mhm.
Because see,
Yeah.
the chart is something like a letter written, and the dasha is like the FedEx, the postman who is going to deliver. So if you have the let's say a letter written, but you don't have a postman, then it hardly matters. So the right dasha, the right transit should also be there for the fructification of the yogas you have in your chart.
Okay, okay. So let's take Alex's question also. So Alex says, what do astrologers predict about the U.S. economy stability after the 2024 okay, 2024 election, considering either Biden or Trump as president?
Okay, so whosoever comes into the power, the time period for America is not that good. The As I said, the America is going through the last part of the Sarasati, which is caused by the Saturn as per the Vedic astrology. So it's the last part of 2.5 years left. So the coming 2.5 years is not going to be that good as per the economic stability. It's going. See, the world is will be going through the inflation in 25 and 26. And then again, as per the earth's chart, so I think I have sent that. So as per the earth's chart, the coming 2 years is going to be tough for the world. It's not going to be that easy for the world. So there can be some kind, as I said, there can be some kind of war or natural calamity. So the people will need lot of medicines in coming 2 years. There can be some kind of disease, there can be some kind of natural calamity or the war.
Mm, right, right.
So that's why I have been saying since 2020, save for the rainy day, save for the rainy day.
Mm, okay, okay. Thank you so much, Alex, for your question. One last question. Let's take one last question, Dr. Deepika. So it is
Hmm.
from Basit, and he says,
Hmm.
how do current astrological cycles indicate the evolutionary path of the United States as a nation under Biden versus Trump, considering themes of growth, transformation, and societal change?
So, see, I have given the answer to this, that
Right.
whom I'm giving like the marks and how I'm doing that. So, I have explained like which planets are main significators, like Saturn, Moon, Mercury. So, Saturn is like after evaluating their charts for Saturn, Mercury, and Moon.
Okay, so but there's one more interesting question from Sanjeet actually. So Sanjeet is
Hmm.
here and he says, We are discussing charts and astrology here. Do you happen to know if these two affluent individuals believe in astrology?"
I'm not sure. I really don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't
You,
know. I mean,
you never
see,
know because see,
see, there's
White
possibility of
House has
saying,
done Vastu.
huh?
No, no, I think so because White House. I think I'm not sure in whose presidency, but they did the Vastu in the White House.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they did.
Great.
People here don't know much about the Vastu. They take it as Indian kind of feng shui, though I clear them that it's much, much beyond feng shui, because it works on the outer periphery and the internal periphery also. And it again combines the five elemental theory, which even the feng shui says. But White House has done this Vastu thing. So obviously, if not the current president, I'm not sure, but yes, the administration over there at least believes. That's why they have invited to do the Vastu over there. Yeah.
Okay. And he also says, if they do believe, are there any remedies to overcome situations and come into power?
Yes, sure. So whatever the planets are weak, we can definitely do the remedies. Again, the remedies depend on wearing a gemstone, chanting the mantras, and then getting the pujas done also. So there are different kind of remedies, and obviously they are running for such a big, big election. It's nothing like wo gali ka ek election tha. It's not that. It's like a big election who is going to influence the whole world. So definitely the remedies have to be of that kind. And
Okay.
I think so they might be doing it.
Yeah,
If
who
not,
knows? I mean, one
see,
one
these
never
things
knows,
are
right?
kept into lot of secrecy also. And then see, America is not about one single community. It's like
Exactly.
lot of immigrants over here from all over the world. So you will find Indians here, you will find Chinese, Afghanistan, Sri Lankans, Australians, everybody here. So and everybody has some of the other method of astrology and
And
kind of a vastu.
right, and like how the Americans say, say it is America, the land of the free and home of the brave. So that doesn't
Yes.
matter where you come from, right?
Yeah. So, there can be like they might be following different things to, enhance the energies. And what my experience is that Americans definitely believe in energies and they really love Vedic astrology and Vastu. They love it.
Mm, okay.
They
And
pay
what?
huge, huge respect to if you tell them that I know Vedic astrology, oh my God, they give you
Wow.
respect
Okay.
and love like anything. They believe that India is the land of spirituality, and then if you want to have a spiritual retreat, India is the best place to go.
Great. So
Yeah.
one last question from Sanjeev, and one last question for the show also. He says,
Yeah.
moreover, what should be done according to astrology to prevent a war, which you were talking about?
See, this is what the Earth's planet are saying, right? First of all, it needs all the countries to do some kind of homas, some kind of chantings and everything. And nowadays, what I'm seeing is that, a lot of young generation is getting into it because they are seeing that they are facing a lot of problems. Now, in India, if I talk, the Joshi Mutt has started getting the cracks. You think it's a good thing? One day where the Kedarnath will go? So,
Yeah,
we all are facing that natural calamities, we will be facing because of our ignorance only. So now the youngsters are getting into it. So the best way is to, chant the mantras, whatever. Like for us, Om can be a mantra. For some other religion, there is something else. So it has to be collective energy, because we are not talking about 100,000 people. We are talking about millions. Like we are talking about the population as a whole, right? So a lot of things has to be done. It is more of the shanti mantras chanting. Whatever, you can just send those vibrations into the universe.
right.
And I know people who do this. They chant, and they don't chant for themselves, but they chant for the world as a whole to create that peace. Yeah. So that can be done on that way. And this is what the see, I'm not saying this is what, as per the Vedic astrology, the stars are saying, that there can be some kind of a, if not war, then there can be some kind of a natural calamity, but anything which is related to water. Like the COVID happened because of the air. Now this is going to come as the water.
Okay, okay, that's those were some really, really interesting predictions, Dr. Deepika. Thank you so much for them. Thank you so much for such again a very, very great episode. This was again a really, really special, very insightful, and at the same time also, can I call it entertaining also, because it was, because
Fine.
I really enjoyed, because it was all about predictions and what's going to happen. So it was a mix of basically all, and so much information you gave, and what's going to happen, or what the future holds for America, India, and basically the whole world, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much again for such a great episode, and let's see what we are going to do next week.
I really wish that this war does not happen, the natural calamity does not happen. We all, as a human being, understand the power of the nature, and we start respecting each other's country, religion, and people also. We start, if we put a positive energy, then anything can happen. I believe this very, very strongly.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely.
Right?
You can
Yeah.
send those positive vibes and vibrations all over the world, right? And if you
Yes.
send out those positive vibrations, positivity will also come to you. And if positivity will come to you,
Yes.
of course, the whole world will be better, a better place.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching the show. And thank you so much for your questions also. And if you want to reach out to Dr. Deepika, you can give her a call at +1 732 979 2080. I would like to repeat her number, +1 732 979 2080. You can, get your horoscope read by Dr. Deepika. She also does. Dr. Deepika, if you can yourself, tell what all that you do. I mean, you do Vastu and astrology, and you also read horoscopes. Please go
Yes,
ahead.
I do Vastu, astrology, I do face reading, and I
Oh.
do numerology. I have written a book on numerology, the numeroscope, and I have created my own deck on numerology.
Mhm.
But these days, because I get so much busy with the Vastu and astrology, so I'm not getting a lot of time for face reading and numerology. But yes, I do, and I practice all these things. Yeah.
So if you want any of these things to be done by Dr. Deepika, you can reach out to her, +1 732 979 2080. Her email is ohmhhllc@gmail.com. Her website is www.ohmhh.com. Yes, you can write to her. You can visit our website. And Dr. Deepika, before I let you go, one last thing, where if people want to read your book, how can they
Hmm.
order it?
You can go on Amazon and you can order over there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that information. So, guys, go buy that book of Dr. Deepika. You can learn more about numerology, right? And thank you so much. And if you're looking for a project placement or visa sponsorship, you can reach out to me on my number, which is +1 732 707 9151. And my email is rajni@higheritpeople.com, and our website is www.higheritpeople.com. Remember, we sponsor H-1B visas and other work visas based on job availability and regulations. All right. On that, with that, let's wrap up this show. Thank you so much, Dr. Deepika, for this amazing
Thank
show.
you,
Let's
Rashmi.
meet next week with another exciting episode.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, guys. Well, that's it for today, but we are hoping to see you soon. Tomorrow, we have one very special webinar with immigration attorney Su Yi. So don't forget to watch that. And also keep on watching Immigration and Jobs Talk Show and keep on subscribing to our channel. For now, I'll have to take your leave. So bye for now. But you guys take care and keep watching and keep subscribing to Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. Take care.
IT consultant seeking a new opportunity? We offer job placement services for US citizens, green cards, EADs, and visa holders. We also sponsor various work visas like H-1B, E3, TN, and green cards. 20 plus years of experience in the industry. Exceptional employee benefits. Highly rated by our employees. Global presence with 200 plus recruiters and direct clients. Connect with us. Call us on the number 732-707-9151 or mail us at rajni@higheritpeople.com or visit our website www.higheritpeople.com.